Hello everyone, it's I, Skinnydude here, and I wanted to do a video discussing my thoughts on these new cards and some changes that are being added to Hearthstone coming up in the next update. So, with that, we'll get right in with some of the cards that'll be leaving Standard as classic cards, and the cards that'll be replacing them. So, let's dive right in. Okay, so, first things first, I want to talk about these two cards are going to be leaving Standard. They still will be available in Wild Play, but the cards Mind Blast and Vanish are going to be leaving Standard. Now, that's pretty big news because Mind Blast is used in Vargoth Burn Priest, which is a pretty popular thing. It's used a lot with Shadow Visions to be able to get copies of, to be able to kill the opponent. So the fact that that's going to Wild is pretty big. Priests just lost their card that they were pretty known for early game burst damage. And instead they're getting this card called Radiance. So 1 mana restore 5 health to your hero. Okay, it helps Light Warden. But Priest kind of wants to heal their minions with Northshire Cleric. So I think a 1 mana heal 5 health to your hero is just a really worse flash heal. Which is just 1 mana heal 5. So the fact that Radiance is replacing Mind Blast, I do not think, in my personal opinion, that's good. If you guys see any good strats or plays with this, let me know. This and Vargoth, I guess, heals your hero for 10. I don't honestly think that that's a good exchange. And I even think Rogue might just didn't get a good exchange either. So Rogue is losing their Vanish card, which returns all minions. A great control tool for Mechathune Rogue and other forms of the controlling late game Rogue variant type. But now they're getting a card called Playbringer, a 4 mana 3/3 Battlecry, give a friendly minion poisonous. So it's pretty sure Rogue had a card that gave a friendly minion poisonous as a Battlecry. Plague Scientist, pretty sure it was called, and that card saw very minimal play, if much. So I don't know, maybe we'll see a Tempo Rogue-ish here in Standard. Being able to give that to a Lackey could be pretty strong if they're trying to help Lackey Rogue get back into it. Your little 1 mana Lackey with Rush now has Poisonous. It's pretty big, right? I guess that's not the complete worst thing. It's just they're now saying to Rogue, hey, you're a really good control and tool for your Pogo Rogue. Nah. Instead now, you can make your things up Poisonous, where I don't think that really was the direction Rogue was going into. If you see any other good plays for either of these two cards that I mentioned, let me know down in the comments, because I'm going to be real. I don't think these two cards are that terrific. Plaguebringer may see play, like I said, with Lackey Rogue, but otherwise, I don't see it being that good at all. Alright, so now we'll dive into some of the other cards, because they added 8 new cards to the Classic set to try to make up for cards that they got rid of in the past. And this is where it gets a little spicy. There's some good cards and some bad cards, and you'll see what I got. Well, you see what they got coming up here. So, go to that. Okay, here we are with these rares. Now, here's where the good and the evil came out here. Okay, so we got Siegebreaker coming in, replacing the Doomguard that got rotated out. 7 mana, 5/8 with Taunt. Your other demons have +1 attack. So, for a Zoo deck, this is honestly not awful, right? Because you got Rafam's Scheme putting out demons. You could do Fiendish Chain getting demons. And it's got Taunt. So if you're fighting against another tokeny build, like a Druid deck, for example, or maybe you're playing against an aggressive Rogue, having that Taunt, that heals 8, basically, because it's, 8 damage that's not going to your face. That's protecting you because you've been tapping the whole game. So Siegebreaker, I could see being pretty decent replacement. So, plus it's good. It's a good late game bomb to just drop down 5/8, 5 damage with an 8 health on a Taunt is not bad. And some sort of an aggressive token deck. Next card, Arcane Devourer. I don't know why Blizzard printed this card. I don't think Mage needed this, but they're like, you know what? Mage could use this, and it's like, I know it's not a Mage only card, but Mage could get the most benefit. Cyclone Mage in particular, right? You're summoning your Sea Giants, you're summoning your Mountain Giants, you're using your low spells to generate new ones off the cyclone. Oh, in addition now to playing those low spells, you play a Devour on turn 8. If that's not dead, turn 9 rolls around, you're like, oh, here's a banana, here's a mirror image, here's a coin, here's an arcane missiles that I generated, here's a magic trick into another cheap thing. Oh, I have a Sorcerer's Apprentice out, so now I'm going to hit you with an 8 mana and like 15/15. If you play 5 cheap spells. It's not hard to do in Mage. Mage is already doing that and already has benefits with Mountain Giants, Mountain Giants, and Sea Giants and things of that nature. And now on top of that, here's another bomb for Mage. Yeah, I'll get that in there. I know Mage is not the only tech class that could benefit from this, but come on, that just seems a little too disgusting. I feel like those 2 cards on the top are going to see a lot of play. Now going to the cards on the bottom. SI7 Infiltrator is a neutral card, 4 mana, 5/4. Battle cry, destroy random enemy secret. There's a card right now in Standard no one's ever heard of called Chief Inspector. It's a 5 mana card, but it destroys all enemy secrets, and that does not see play. So I don't think a 4 mana 5/4 destroying random enemy secret is going to see play. Next is Righteousness. 5 mana, give your minions Divine Shield. Don't see that being particularly good. I don't know if there's many of the Bubble Pally tools left. Is that good? I'll try it when the card comes out. I'll try to make a Bubble Pally deck showing off Righteousness, but I don't think giving your minions Divine Shield again is that helpful. It definitely helps with trading if you're trying to beat another aggressive deck. So if you're playing like a Paladin token build swarm kind of thing, yeah. You get all your minions Divine Shield, you can trade it into the enemy's board and keep your board alive. That's where that comes in handy. So these rares, definitely the top 2 are probably going to see play. I'm going to bet they're going to see play, and, you know, the bottom 2, maybe not. We'll have to see. Righteousness a little more than SI7 Infiltrator. I don't think SI7 Infiltrator is going to see play, but it is a classic card, SI7 Infiltrator, that can destroy a random enemy secret. So if cards are rotating out and Chief Inspector is going to leave with Witchwood, yeah, it's a Witchwood card. No one really knows about it. But when that leaves, it's, you know, SI7 Infiltrator is now going to be a neutral card with okay stats to destroy a random enemy secret. I think people just play the Chief Inspector that destroys all enemy secrets, but SI7 Infiltrator, I guess, can do. Now we're going to go on to the next one epic card that they've updated, and it's a really random card that I personally like, so we'll get over to that. Okay, so on to this epic, right? So I like it because it's random, but it's not going to see play in Standard. There's no way right now in Standard this card is going to see play. Unless it's in a meme deck. But we have Baron's Stablehand, 7 mana for 4/4, summon a random beast. Yeah, you had your King Crush, your Savannah Highmane. You got your bigger beasts. You also have your Hungry Crab, your River Crocolisk, your Blood Fiend Raptor. And at that point, you want to play a 7 mana 4/4 that gives you a Blood Fiend Raptor with the potential for a King Crush or Savannah Highmane. Or you're going to play a 7 mana 4/4 that gives you a 1/2 Hungry Crab or a River Crocolisk. I like it. It's different. The art looks sweet, but I don't see it coming in. I don't see it being good. Arena? Maybe. Card to compare this to, Spiteful Summoner is a good example because you're also summoning something in the 7-drop slot, but that was summoning 8, 9, 10 drops. Where this is a potential summon a good card. So summon a bad card. I personally think after looking at all the beasts in Hearthstone, this card does not, its benefits do not outweigh the type of whiffs or bad cards you could summon with this. So Very unstable hand, I like you. You're a cool concept idea. If some bad beasts try to rotate out, you might be good. If we get new beasts, you'll be good, but I don't see you being good, Very unstable hand. Sorry. Okay, and here we have the legendaries. Now, these, I think, are pretty good legendaries. Kind of. So, Brightwing. 3 mana for 3/2. Dragon? Sure. Either in Dragon deck. Battlecry. Add a random legendary minion to your hand. It seems fun. It seems random. Potentially good in Zoo decks, because if they play lackeys, why don't they just get a random legendary minion for 3 mana for 3/2? Yeah, it costs 1 more than Bloodfiend Raptor, but it's a dragon, so it triggers dragon-like cards. So, it's in the classic set. It's going to be here forever, because that's what they said with the previous cards in the classic set, but it's a good random card, right? If you see another Dragon Synergized deck come in, could be good. Witch Doctor could work with this, because it's a dragon, so you Witch Doctor on 2, you play Brightwing on 3. Meanwhile, your hand is still full, so big hand decks could potentially use this as like a good, hey, here's a good early game thing that could just trade with a few things, and it can also generate me a legendary that could win the game, you know? Yes, there are bad legendaries, so I'm not going to say this is an awesome card, but it's a dragon, so if it's dragon tribal, generates a card for you, so it generates itself in your hand, which is great for hand decks. Zoo decks could potentially use it if they open this in a classic pack and they're like, oh, I want to try it out. It will give you a good later game card also in your hand. So I feel like it could see plays in control decks because it gives you another good legendary late game. It's a dragon for dragon synergies, all that. It could also be a potential in aggressive decks or tempo decks because yes, you're putting something out and you're getting a card back from it that you can then use later, hopefully. So that's Brightwing. High Inquisitor White Mane is just, I like it. 7 mana for 6/8. Okay, stats, Battlecry. Summon all friendly mains that died this turn. Wow. I feel like that's a really strong effect for Zoo decks. If not Zoo, just overall control decks. You go trade, kill off your stuff, summon them again. Other plays I could see with this, you unleash the hounds for Hunter, you trade off the hounds, you play that girl, she brings them back. At that point, why aren't you playing the Resurrect all the Beast cards? Okay. You trade a few convincing cards in Priest, the ones that are the 2/6 when they die, the Death Rattle triggers, Convincing Infiltrator where they go and they kill off the enemy's minions, and then you bring those back. So you can keep triggering Death Rattles, and a big old Death Rattle Priest with Undertaker could be good, but we'll have to see. It seems really good. Brightwing also seems really good, so I don't want to shortcut High Inquisitor. These legendaries both excite me because they're cool, they're classic, they'll be in the classic packs. You can bust open any of these cards you've seen in this video that are new ones being added to the classic set in classic packs. So hopefully they'll be here forever. So if they're not good now, they very well may reach a good card later on in the future, which could be really cool to see. Be like, oh yeah, remember the card that was added last June or July when this release comes out? Oh yeah, now it's seeing play months or years later because it was a really good card. Like Brightwing could be in every Dragon deck. High Inquisitor Whitemane could be in a good Resurrect control late game build deck, you know. Or, and if you're playing Zoo, trading stuff off, also playing her, bam, here's my board back, my enemy's left with nothing because I traded them all in, but I still got value. So, I think these are both two cool legendaries. They're different. I'm happy Blizzard's doing this, adding stuff to replace things that were taken. And it's cool to see a different change in Blizzard, adding buffs, fixing the neutral cards by adding, okay, neutral cards? Not all of them were fantastic, but they could see their time later on. So, you know, with that, let me know your guys' thoughts on all these things down in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Share it if you enjoy what you see and you want other people to see my opinion on cards. And heck, if they haven't seen any of the new cards yet, send them this video. All the new cards are here. Let me know what their thoughts are too. And with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are bursting at the seams.